Similarly, another span here. Okay, and here we have women's. The span here is women's count. Okay. Usually it will be normal in display. You can see all the count is 000 is there. What we will do here is for every list item, where is this list item? Yeah. Every list item. So here we are having items right side where it is span. We will put a class called badge. So badge have BG primary. So that is background primary. It will display like this. That is a separate style. We have badge. I can use like BG dark. So that will keep. So this is badge. And your wish, you can keep it in that way. Same I will apply for all the spans where the count is displayed. That means all will have this. And we will use one more for the list item. We will put class as deflex and justify content between. So that is display flex and justify content between. It will have the alignments in this way. Actually, what we can do is, yeah, first we will keep this justify content between. Okay, yeah. Better this input and span, we will keep both in one location. This is input. That input also we will keep in the span. Okay. Electronics. So this is the input. This input also we will keep in that span. Okay. This is another input. That is just keeping the alignment cleaner, right? This is the keep option, right? Yeah. Span. So that is the design. So this is how the alignments are. We kept left and right. So little gap between everyone. So we can keep margin bottom as 2. Margin bottom 2 will keep all the list items some space between them. That will be better. So now you can see the filter component is like this. This is the filter component we are having. Now, how many items, electronics, jewelry, men's clothing and women's clothing? Currently they are 0. But that information is present in the parent. We have to send from parent to child. We already marked them as input. How to get the count? How many electronics, how many footwear, how many fashion, some products. Actually, let's go to the products data. Yeah. This data contains all the products information. Am I right? Now, here we will use some filtering options like I'm using, suppose one more option we will use here. What is that? If we want here, we can display all products also. Huh? We can display all products also. One more list item is added. Yeah. So this list item contains no, the radio button is same. Only the text we will change as all. And here we will put one more property, all count. Okay. At the net input, So public all count. So number is 0. That all count we will keep there. Here we will display all count. All count is also 0. All are 0. Now we will go to products data component. Here we will create one property, public all count. It is what type? Number. Initially 0. We need to get all the products count and store here. Where is all the products count? It is in this data. Na? So what we will do, this dot all count is equal to data dot, data is an array, data dot length. Am I right? Length is nothing but how many products are there, it will return. Length is going to return all the products. So that we are accessing. So this all count should be sent into app filter. App filter have a property. See, it is having all these properties we created. Other properties are built-in properties like ng style, ng switch. These are all built-in, but these are our own created, all count. Okay, into that what you need to pass? All count I need to pass. Then it should get that and show 20 are there. So we are transporting data from parent to child. Now tell me how to know how many electronics are there. Here we need another one. So public electronics count number is what? 0. Tell me how to get electronics count. I need to filter and get the count of all products whose category is electronics. From an array, how do you get all the products that are matching your category and their length? First, from an array, you need to get all the products that are matching the category. For that, which method will you use? Array have some array methods. What are array methods? JavaScript array methods we have like push, like pop, like shift, like unshift, slice, splice. These are for adding, removing. We have sort, reverse. We have index of, last index of. We have find and we have filter. You learned them? In JavaScript array methods, you have find method, filter method. What find method can do? It finds the specific product based on your condition, but it returns only one value, first occurrence value. That means it finds and returns only the first occurrence value that is matching your condition. If you have to return all the values that are matching the condition, then you have to use data is array. Now what we will do here is this dot, what count? Electronics count is equal to data contains array. On that we have to apply filter. We need to apply filter. Filter uses a callback function. It uses actually a callback function, but you know you cannot write functions here. You have to use a lambda style, that means arrow technique. Here filter, what we need to filter, we need to get the product and return the product and return the product whose category products whose category is what type? Category is matching with product dot category is matching with what? It is matching with electronics. Electronics. That's how we need to do. And we need to filter all the products which are matching with electronics, and we need to get their length. That means dot what length. That is the option. Why it is showing error? Because you need to mention what is the type of parameter. Parameter type is what? Any. So this is an any type of parameter we are expecting. That means we are transporting the data. So we are picking up this product is any type. Generally, it is a JavaScript function. In JavaScript, how do you filter? Generally, JavaScript, you have array dot what? Filter. Here we need a function. This function will take the value and it will return the value that is matching with your condition. That means what is the result of this? It returns collection of all products which are matching with your condition. This is a general JavaScript array filter method. In JavaScript, array have a filter method which does this. That is what we have to implement here. Find method is there, which is going to return only one. Filter is going to return multiple. So here the value is the parameter, and in that value we are looking is the category is electronics. If it is, we will get the length. This electronics count must be applied here now. So what is another property app filter is having? App filter is having a property electronic count. Into that, what you will pass? Electronics count. How many electronics products are there? Their count will display here. It will get that count and display. We are applying the filters. So this is very important. So you need to be very, very strong in the JavaScript object and array concepts. That is the primary thing to handle data. If you are not good in your JavaScript arrays and objects, you are not a web developer. Not a web developer related to any technology in the world. Java, .NET, PHP, Python, anywhere. You need to be very, very strong in managing array and object, because the data primarily will be in that format. You need to learn all array methods. You need to be very perfect in working with all array methods, because they are the major concepts used in filtering the data in the front end, right? Filtering, sorting, searching, all such activities are done by that. Now, you know other things how to do now. Let's go to filter component. So here, go to products. Yeah. We will declare others also. What are the other properties we need? So we need public. Which one? So this is which count? Jewelry count. Jewelry count. So it is a number type is 0. And here we need to get. So another one is, so men's count, it is a number type 0. So we have women's count and it is a number and 0. We will apply similar type of filters. Copy. Here I will copy this filter. So actually what it is doing, it is returning all the values which are matching, but we don't want those values. We want to know how many values it is returning. So for that we are using dot length. Understood? If I don't use dot length, it is returning all the elements which are matching the condition. We don't want elements. We want to just know how many. Then we have to use what? Length to know their count. So that is the option we are applying here. So this dot jewelry count is equal to data filter. Which category? Jewelry category. Second one, this dot men's count. Which category? So here we have to change. So change, yeah. Men's clothing. That is the category. Here the problem is API is not ours. If API is not ours, then we need to write the category name and all exactly in the same way how they given in their data. So, and because it is having single quote, so we will have women's clothing. Capitalization, everything matters. These we need to apply now. So what is another property? Jewelry count. So it comes from jewelry count. Another property, men's count. It is coming from men's count. Men's count. Another property is women's count. It is coming from women's count. Okay, these are all the data coming. So it should display all the details here. So electronics are 6, jewelry are 4, men's clothing are 4, women's clothing is 6. Total how many products are there? 20. This is good. This is working fine. Now what we need to do is we need to select electronics, then only electronics must come here. But remember, both are not present in same location. One concept is working. From parent, data is going to child. Now when user selects any category, when user changes the category name, and automatically that category name must be sent here. And here what we need to do, filter and display only products that matches the category. Now we need to send this category name from child to home parent. How do you send from child to parent that category name? Parent should accept the category and it should filter and display the products that belong to category. So how do you manage that? For that, let's go to the filter component. In the filter component, we need to create a custom event which can send value to child. How to create custom event? We need two things. One is you need output. Another one is event emitter. We have to import these two. Now we need to first create a custom event. What is it? At the net. By using which directive? Output. We have public event name. Event name is nothing but category changed. That is the event name. Category changed is the event name. Generally we have on change like that. Category changed is an event. What type it is? Event emitter type. And what type of data it is sending? Category name. It is sending category name means it is a string type now. It is a string type is equal to new event emitter. What type? String type. That's how it defines. Okay, now what this have to do? That have to emit category name. Which category they selected, that category name should emit. How you will get the category? How you will emit? So how you will get which category they selected? We will do one thing. We will create a property called category name. It is what type? String. Initially, we will keep it as all. Category name is initially all, or you can keep it empty, whatever the category name you want. So category name is initially all. Okay, now when user is changing the radio button. Am I right? Where is the radio button? This is the radio button. When user is changing the radio button, that category name should be sent. We need to send the category name. So you need an event here. So we have an event called change. On change, what to do? On change, send category name. Send category name method should fire up. How to send the category name? Actually, every category name we can define as a value. Value. What is this? All. Here value. What is this? Electronics. Electronics. Here value. So value. What is it? Jewelry. Jewelry. And here also value. What is the value? Men's clothing. Clothing. That is the value. And here another value. What is the value? Women's clothing. Like this we are sending. And this category name through dollar event we can send. On change, all have to do the same thing. On change of electronics, it should send electronics. On change of jewelry, on change. So what is the event name we want? Send category name. So here we will write a method. What is the method? So public send category name. It is expecting event argument. What type? Any. And here first we will test whether all the category names are correctly coming or not. I will put an alert e dot target. Target dot what? Value. Target dot value. And let's check here. I selected some all, then all will come. All. I selected electronics. Electronics is coming. That means the category name is coming. Jewelry, jewelry is coming here. Men's clothing is coming. All the category names are properly coming here. Now these details, this must be sent to parent. Na? How you will send that? By using custom event. What is the custom event? Category change. It should emit. What it should emit? It should emit E. E dot what? Target. Target dot what? Value. That means it will emit that value. Whatever the value is coming from that radio, we are emitting that value. Through which event we are emitting? Category change event. This value must be collected in parent. This value we need to collect in the parent. So let's see here. The category changed must be collected. So let's go to the parent component. In the parent component, you see this is our filter. This filter is also having an event now. What is that event? Category change. On category changed event, we will write a function which will be used by your parent component. What is the function? Get category name. That is the function. Into that it should pass the event argument it have. How do we pass event argument? Dollar event. Event. Now get category name must be in products data. In products data component, we need to create a method. What is it? Get category name. Get category name. Here we have to collect event. What type? Any. Here the category name will come. Now what we need to do is we need to display only the products that belong to that category. Here we need to display only the products that belong to category. That means now here this functionality should happen. That functionality should happen. Here lot of issues will be there. Lot of technical issues will be there. I will show you those issues and some of them you have to solve. You have to think and solve. So if you can do such things, then only you can easily handle complex tasks in future. What issues will come, I will show you here. How to solve, you have to think, right? See, as of now, this must be done. This must be done every time. That means we need to get that and display. We need this every time. Then what we will do every time means load the products, but it will not load all products every time. One time it will load. What type of products it will load? It is going to load one time it is electronics, another time jewelry, like that it will be changing. So here we are writing another fetch. Okay, now suppose I am writing another fetch. So this fetch have a different URL. What is it? HTTP colon, what is it? fakestoreapi.com slash, what is that? Yeah, into that what? Cat products. Into the products we have category. The category name coming from E. Am I right? Dot then that will get response and response dot JSON. After that dot then it will get the data. Now this time this data must be applied to this dot products. This dot products is equal to data. That is what we need to do. We are collecting the category name and displaying. But here issues what I will tell you here. Suppose I am selecting electronics. Only electronics are coming now. That's working fine. I select jewelry, only jewelry have to come and display. This time we are transporting data from where? Child to parent. Child to parent it is displaying. That is the two different components we have now. We are transporting data from one to another. Here, see here. So I select men's. It is not getting men's. That is what issue I said. That you have to solve. Why it is not getting? Nothing but actually it is returning. It is men's clothing now. Actually it is men's clothing. Huh? It is returning the word only men's. After the space, the word clothing is removed. That is what actually happening. So you see, we sent the data correctly, but here when we are concatenating here now, observe carefully. I will use console.log. Console.log. I will put here E. Okay. Let's check. Console log means I have to inspect. In the inspect, let's go to console. In the console, you see in the console, let's change the zoom level. Yeah. So in the console, what we are doing is we are selecting what electronics. So properly electronics is coming. There is no problem in that. Electronics is coming. There is no problem in this. Electronics is coming. I select here men's clothing. You see men's clothing is coming. The value is correctly coming. But when it is concatenating here now, it is not sending the complete value. It is sending only men's. That means actually there is a split here now. Space. It is removing it. It is trimming all these characters which are coming after space. The value is coming. Women's clothing value is coming. Here in the men's clothing, it is trimming the value. As of now, it will work. For example, here we need to change the name now. Actually, we just changed the value. What is the value here? We will keep what is the clothing here? Men's clothing. Now, generally, if I use double quote, single quote combination, suppose if I am using single quote, then this will miss. Understood? That is what you have to do. As of now, double quote will work, no problem. But I told you some rules. In many places, they write in single quote. Now, if they write in single quote, now the issue will be there. If they write the outer string in single quote, then how you will represent these kind of contents? Here, as of now, no problem. Why? Because we are using a double quote. Value will be sent properly. But this will be missing if the outer string is single quote. Can you change this one? No, because in their data, they have single quote. But your Angular rule tells that use single quote for string. But they have internally single quote as an separator. Then how you will manage? As of now, no problem. Right? You have to know how to handle by using escape issues. You learned escape sequence issues, string escapes characters. You learned in JavaScript, when you are writing a string, certain characters will escape. They don't print properly. How do you print the non-printable characters forcibly? We print the non-printable characters forcibly by using a slash. String functions you have to use. Now what you have to try is use this in single quote, and you have to send this data. Outer must be single quote, inner that single quote must be sent. Understood? Try about that concept, because this regularly comes in your projects. Because their string, they don't use double quote, as they put rule like single quote. Because currently also here I am using single quote only now. For strings, I am using single quote reference only, majority. Why? Because that is the default rule set in Angular. In that case, how you will set men's products like this? Understood? That is the issue. As of now, it is not a problem, but in some APIs, you will get that issue. Then how you will manage? That means you have to write like this: products slash category. So here categories slash, what is it? Men's. It is not possible. That is what I said that you try. You think about that, how to handle them. As of now, everything is working fine here. Now I selected electronics. Electronics will come. Jewelry will come. So here men's clothing, the men's clothing will come. Women's clothing, the women's clothing will come. But all is not coming. We have to write a logic for that. Already we know now. So what we have to do here, we need to write a condition, right? So this I will write here a condition. So if e dot target dot value is equal to all, then what should happen? Otherwise, this will happen. Otherwise, it is going to handle. You better keep this in a function. You better keep this in a function, and you can call that function here also. But this time here it should change. What is that? Instead of category, it should display what? Products. That means it should load all the products. I selected electronics. So electronics only will come. Fetching. So what is the problem? E dot target dot value, all we are sending all only now. Some errors are there. Let's check what are the errors. Value cannot read. E dot target dot. Acha, this is just only E na. We are sending only name na. Right. If E is equal to what? Value. Because here we are sending only name. We are sending only name. We are collecting the name. Fine. That will be okay. Now I select electronics. Only electronics will come. Jewelry, only jewelry products will come. APIs will take some time sometimes to display, right? Yeah. And I click on all, then the all details will come. It is going to display all. So the same example, so you have designed with a drop down left side, user can select the products, add to cart. I showed you a shopping. Now, which one is the correct design? Is keeping all the filter presentation in one component or separating the filter with products? Separating is the correct design. This is the correct design. Why? Because I need that type of filter in different categories. Then every time we don't need to write, we need to just inject and import it. So reusability of components that you can achieve by using this mechanism. Here, how many components are there? 2. The parent is products data, the child is filter. From products data, we are sending data to child. From child to, we are sending data to parent. And as I told you, you can send any kind of data. Na? Roughly, I will put here. Roughly, I will put here. See, suppose we created a event category changed. I will write one event at the net output, and I am writing one more event. Suppose the event name is some send or say click. Okay, send click. Send click, and it is what type? Event emitter. Data type I given as any. I given as any. Suppose I want to send an array of string, any array, then you can use like this. If I want to send an object, then you can write like this. Object. In that object, what are the details? Some properties and values you can define. Currently, if I define suppose any is equal to new event emitter, it is what type? Any type. Now you designed another event called send click. On send click, see what I am doing here. We say public here send button click. On send button click, this dot send click, we have send click dot emit. It can emit an object. Previously we are emitting one value, string type value. I am emitting an object, and in that object it is having name, so it is having string, so it is having price, some price like this. Some data we are sending price, and we are having the price number type. This is the data we are emitting. So we will put in the filter component, temporarily we will put a button. We will keep a button here, and what? Send. We will write event as what? Click. Which function it should fire up? Send click. So it should fire up. Now what send click is doing? So it is expecting an object. So here we will pass the data. That means, so this send click is actually, see, filter component. Send button click. Na? Send click is custom event. Huh? Send what? Send button click. We are sending that. Now, in the parent component, we need to collect. Let's go to parent component, products data. Here I will keep a method called public. Method is get product. Okay. And get product is expecting event argument what type? Any. I will put an temporary alert JSON.string5 and E. It is used to convert the data into JSON. It is a HTML method. JavaScript have a method called JSON string5, which converts the data into JSON, and it will display the data. Now here we will put that on products data comp. Now filter have one more event. What is that event? Filter have an event called send click. On send click, what we have to do, call this method get product. On send click, we have to say get product. Into that, we will pass dollar event. This is sending an object now. It is sending an object. Let's see here. Now you have a send button and I click the send button, that object comes here. That means name, price and all. I am just showing alert. If you want, you can display that here. Here anywhere in the right side component you can display. We are sending from child to where? Parent. In parent you can display them. I am showing alert. What you can do here, you can create a property called public what? Product. What type? Any type. It is an object. Any type means it is an object. Now here we will do. So this dot product is equal to E. Is equal to U. That information we will display in products data. That means what I will do above, temporarily I will put here a pre, and here we will add, what is it? Product. And you can see, I click on send. You see there is object na? I click on this send. So the data should come there. What is it? Product dot name. We are printing name. What is the next line? In the next line, we will print what? Product. Product is an object. It have two properties, name and price. And you can see I click on send now. Then those two details will come. This time we are sending an object. We are not sending a string. We can collect the object and we can use that object. That's just temporarily to show you. So you need to work out in this example. This is transporting data from parent to child. This is all about custom events. So if you are not good in answering any question related to this, you will fail every Angular interview you attend. If you are not good in this topic, you will fail in every Angular interview you attend. Guarantee. Because mostly 100 to 100% Angular interview means you will find at least 10-20% questions on this topic. What is input? What is output? How do we transport data parent to child, child to parent? All about this concept only. What are events, event binding? So what are event emitter? All these are major topics. You need to be very strong in practicing this also, right? So this is all about components. We learned till now about which concept? Components. That means in Angular, components are the major building blocks to develop an application. Once you are good with components, now you need to learn one more. That is, you need to learn how to work with component life cycle. This is another major topic. That means how the components life cycle works, how they start, how they end, what are the various phases. Actually, in component life cycle, currently you used one phase, on init. Like that, component have several phases. And this is again a very important topic for interviews. Remember, almost 40% questions will be on TypeScript. 40% questions will be on two topics in Angular. That is component lifecycle and data component bindings. Bindings means style binding, class binding, data binding, and event binding. Complete Angular interview will be on these two things on majority. So you need to be very strong. Okay. So then we will discuss about this in next session.